I grew up as the son of farm workers. My mom raised us working in the fields of California and Arizona, and so my older siblings would pick the crops along with my mom, and I myself would be out there with my younger sister on Saturdays when we weren't in school. And so we saw how hard that work was, and at the end of the day we couldn't afford to buy the very produce that we were picking. So that's why these types of programs are so important, because it doesn't only teach the kids the value of good food, it also teaches them how to grow the food. And so if we can do that, that's innovation right there.
You know, as a folklorist, I am often asked the question, does a tradition have to be something really old? And what is the role of innovation in tradition, in traditional food and culture? And it's really interesting because one of the unique aspects about traditions is that they need to be renewed in order to be relevant. If you just have a tradition that doesn't innovate, that doesn't update itself, it becomes just something you put on a shelf. It becomes something that is an archival piece. So when I think of innovation, I think of what the kids are doing in their everyday life, in their engagement with the products, with the chicken, with the growing, with the earth, as a process that is the same equivalent process of a living culture.
With this program, we place University of Arizona students at about a dozen different schools here in Tucson, and they help maintain and run garden programs.
The Community and School Garden program is based on the principle that group work and group problem solving is often more effective than problem solving by an individual on his own. So this idea that collaboration, group decision making is a learned skill is something that we try to emphasize a great deal in the Community and School Garden Workshop, which is the course that is at the center of the Community and School Garden program.
What I think is cool about our school garden is that, like, what we harvest, we use it at the cafeteria, and we also use it for Monzo Market.
We harvest, and then I get to work Monzo Market with my friend Louise.
This is the best part of my job, is to come out and see excited kids in the garden, kids that are engaged in their community, kids that are working together to help feed their friends and classmates. I mean, that's an amazing thing.
Working with Moses and Michelle, we identified a group of students who were looking for, experiential learning opportunities. And here, from the other perspective, we had experiential opportunities but lacked the personnel, and so we just merge those two needs into this Mini Leo project.
The Mini Leo program is particularly special because it connects these students with Biosphere 2 scientists and allows them to see themselves as really contributing to these large-scale research projects.
We seek to promote environmental justice is through empowering students to be learners, teachers, and leaders in terms of problem solving. And they become knowledgeable about the kind of science that will be needed to address the problems that they'll experience as adults in the communities that they live in now or in the larger region within which they also live.
So growing up, I had a lot of questions about my disability, and eventually my mom told me about the exposure to pesticides and how she got sick. Obviously that caused a whole lot of frustration for me growing up, and as I got older, I started to turn that frustration into passion for supporting these types of programs. And I see that very same passion in the program partners. I see that passion with the school district. I see that passion with the Food Bank of Southern Arizona. I see that passion amongst all the specialists that are working on this program. And that's the kind of passion that I also see in our students that are working in those school garden to cafeteria programs. That is what we want to do. We want to turn that frustration of not having access to good food into innovation. And that's what this program's doing. And that's what I hope that this program can continue to do for generations.